Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Thursday, May 4th. I'm Jill Schlesinger. I am your host, your host, whichever way you want. And there's another guy on the line. It's good old Mark, best executive producer in the world and co-host of this podcast. Hello, Mark.
Hello, hostess with the mostess.
I know. Well, you ever notice that they used to say actor and actress, but now they just say actor in general. Mark, are you not watching Succession? Is that what you told me? Or are you a reluctant watcher?
Reluctant watcher. I'm watching it. We're just going to kind of see it through since it's almost over. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
I think this season is amazing. I just have to say that. So I'm not giving anything away in case you do or do not watch, but I think it's amazing. And I have a new show that I just started watching recently, which is this show on Netflix with Kerry Russell, who was in The Americans. I loved that show. And it's called Diplomat.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes. There's a lot going on.
I like it, though. You like it?
It's okay, but I'm a sucker for anything that's filmed in Europe, especially someplace like London.
Yeah, I know. But I think that someday we're going to just have to turn this into a podcast about our favorites. It could be restaurants, streaming, books. What are you reading right now, Mark?
I'm not reading anything. All my book reading has kind of been put aside. Every night I kind of just try and do a little Italian. Oh,
see, you know what I had done? I was reading a lot, and then I was like, I had 6 New Yorkers that piled up. Oof. It is tough to get through that because those, they've got these 10,000 word articles, and then I feel compelled to read them. Not every single article, but once I'm into an article, I can't stop. So anyway, and it's not good to do it late at night or even at night for me because, as you know, I'm such a wimp. I read, 6 paragraphs and I'm out. Goodbye. Done. So catching up. Thank you, my friends at The New Yorker, for creating such beautiful content. We're readers here, so we hope you are too. If you are a reader and you're not paying attention to your financial life, maybe you need our help. If that's the case, you need to go to our website, JillOnMoney.com. On the website, there's so much great stuff. There's a bunch of free stuff, and now there's stuff that you can pay for. 2 things. You like the free better? If you like free, we've got a free weekly newsletter. Mark compiles that every single Friday. It's great. We also have the blog. We have another podcast called Jill on Money. We have a radio show. We have videos of my most recent television appearances. And of course, we have a link to do all sorts of paid things like the book, The Great Money Reset, which is still available for purchase wherever you buy books or on our website. You can also subscribe to our new service. It's called Jill on Money Live. Doing so for $35, you'll get access to quarterly live webinars and more special content. Next up, we're doing a special management boot camp with Dave Stahoviak, Coaching for Leaders. All right, Andy from Kentucky is on the line. Hello, Andy. How are you?
Hi, Jill. I am great. It's great talking to you.
Great talking to you. What can we do for you?
I have a question about retiring early. I've been listening to you a lot lately, and I'm getting a little jealous of you answering all these retirement questions for everybody else. So I was like, hey, I want Jill to see if she can give me some advice. So
okay.
I want to retire in about 10 years when I turn 44, and I'm wondering if...
What? Wait, you're 34 years old.
I'm 33, but yes, I will be turning 34 this year. Yeah.
Okay, you're 33 years old, and we're already. I never even uttered the word retirement in my 30s. So tell me, what do you do? Why are you looking so? And are we talking like full retirement, or we're talking about like I want to stop doing what I'm doing?
Probably stop doing what I'm doing, just having more time freedom. I probably will continue to make some money throughout my life, even after I quit my job. But it's mainly just quitting my day job and kind of doing what I want with my own time.
So in other words, you want to do a great money reset. You want to change your work, change your wealth, and change your life.
That sounds about right. You should do something with that.
I might want to. Andy, are you single, married, partnered? What's going on?
I am married with a daughter.
So you're married. How old is your spouse?
She is a year older than me. She just turned 35.
Okay. How old's the kid?
She just turned 1. So.
All right. Do you make a ton of money and yourselves? Like, is this something that's really possible? I need to know more. How much do you earn?
No, we don't really make a ton of money. Well, I guess relatively speaking, household income is around $250 a year. I have a full-time day job. My total compensation for that is around $100K a year when you factor in benefits and all that stuff. I work for the federal government. And but my wife, she she kind of runs our own wedding videography business. So that is, roughly, it ranges anywhere from 40 to 60 a year. And then I also produce videos in my spare time as well. So I kind of say I have 3 jobs. And
so all you're not seeking to leave all 3, just this one day job. You're going to keep the other 2.
Correct. For as long as I enjoy them or we enjoy them.
All right. Now, as a federal government employee, tell us about the calculus around getting a pension. What's the deal?
Yeah, so I started when I was 19. And so when you reach 25 years at any age, there is a possibility of voluntary early retirement authority, which is called VERA. Kind of have to apply for it or they have to offer it to you. So it's not guaranteed. But if they do offer it to me, I would jump at the chance to take it when I'm eligible at 44. And the pension would obviously be reduced slightly. It wouldn't be the full pension, but it would start immediately. And it would be anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 a month. I don't really know for sure. It's based on your top 3 earning years. So I still have 11 years to go. So,
but that would be, that makes this question of quitting my day job a lot easier. And if you were able to do this voluntary retirement, would that also entitle you to keep health benefits?
Correct, for life.
Oh boy, that's big, especially if you guys are self-employed, right?
Yes, the health insurance are really the golden handcuffs, and along with the pension, the health insurance for life is really what I'm staying for, because if I'm able to get that early retirement at 44, immediate pension with immediate health insurance benefits for life, that's
a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I get that. Okay. So let's just, if we were to look forward at age 44, 45 for the 2 of you, and if we just make it conservative, and we'll do today's dollars. I'm not inflating it. So are you saying that between your video business, her wedding videography business, that together, could you make 120 grand together based on that? Or 100? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say anywhere around 100, I would say.
Okay,
yeah.
100. And then you would have another, let's say 25 grand from pension, right? And if that were the case, could you live on 125 grand a year?
I think so. We're completely debt free right now. House is paid off. I know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a second. How much is the house worth?
300. It could probably sell for around 300.
So no debt.
I was really drawn to the debt free early on, and I probably would have been better off investing my money elsewhere. But it does feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. You are where you are. So tell us. Let's work a little bit backwards. I usually ask about retirement first, but let me ask you about cash on hand. How much money do you have cash on hand?
I have about $150,000 because we are saving to upgrade a house at some point soon.
You mean not to buy a house, but to do a project for the house?
No, to move to a little bit bigger house. Yeah. So
how much would that house cost?
Well, it's funny because we just kind of signed some papers today. We're probably going to be getting something around $450,000. Now, that's the other thing is I'm trying to figure out if I want to sell this current house and just put the money into the next house.
Yes.
You think so?
I think so, probably.
I think so as well. That's my plan.
I think it's kind of it gives you a little bit more flexibility, and you're not tethered to a house, and then you're not a landlord, and you got a lot ahead of you for the next 10 years. And the 150 that you have saved, is that all the money in emergency reserve, or do you have something else?
So I have 150 cash and then 20 in I bonds, which is I bonds are matured and they act as my emergency fund if I need them.
Okay. And any money in non-retirement savings, like a brokerage account or anything like that?
Yes, I have about 500,000 in a brokerage, taxable brokerage.
Wow. That's huge. So you really can buy the next house for cash.
If I really wanted to, I'm not going to tap into the taxable brokerage. I'm not tapping into that until I retire from my day job, basically. And my plan was to use that as my buffer between quitting my day job or retiring from day job until I can access my retirement accounts. So
okay, how much money is in retirement accounts?
About 400,000.
And does your wife maintain a SEP IRA or something for herself? What is she doing for retirement on that self-employment income?
So yeah, all of our retirements, both of our retirements together combined for 400,000, and the way that's divvied up is she actually has her own Roth, which is she has about 30,000 in there, and then I have a SEP IRA that has the majority of the retirement accounts. I think it's like 2 something, and then I have a 401k for my work that has about 100 in there.
Do you have any money set aside for our 1-year-old scholar? Any like 529 plan or anything like that specifically for, that you're thinking about as the kids' money?
That's a great question. I've been considering it, but like my plan so far up to this point was just using our taxable as the fund for all of that because I don't really know. I don't really know the benefits of a 529 plan as far as I've read up on a little bit, but like I've just planned on my taxable brokerage being sort of that fund for that.
Would you like to be able to pay for college for the kid?
Yes, I would.
Okay. I know this is a crazy question because there's only 1-year-old, but more kids, do you think? Or what's the game plan? What do you think?
I mean, if I could,
I'm sorry, that's very funny.
I could probably get my wife. I mean, if I want to get in trouble, I could try for a second one. I think my wife's, we're pretty set. Like we're pretty happy with us 3. One would be fine. 99% sure it's just going to be 1, but there's always a possibility for number 2. But I think we're pretty set on 1.
Okay, probably 1. Okay, so that's good. I'm looking up your Kentucky 529 plan just because I could. There's no state income tax deduction.
They should still be using that over a taxable brokerage account to fund college. I mean, it's taxable versus tax-free.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm just looking at the enrollment options here. The reason why we like 529 plans is that you put more money into this plan because there is no tax impact. Like in your brokerage account, it's fine. It's great. I mean, I think you're going to want that brokerage account, as you said, to kind of fund the difference between when you downshift from income and if you need money until you're available 59 and a half or even beyond. But when you think about this 529 plan, it's like essentially a Roth for education. So I would really encourage you guys, while you're still working in these next 10 years, to use that 529 account for education, because there will be no other way that you can invest without taxation for your kid. And even if you don't want to go crazy with it, I think it would really behoove you to use that as your option. You could do it through the brokerage, but like, imagine if you could just siphon off $100,000 of that $500,000 brokerage account that has 0 tax liability. That's kind of great, right?
Yes, it is. And also I know that there are like the newer, you can kind of convert that into Roth for the kid if they, any unused or something like that. I'm not really sure about.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. What the cool thing is that you can, it's very cool because what you could do is if you don't use all of the money, as long as this account is open for 15 years, you can roll whatever the annual contribution limit is into a Roth for the kid up to $35,000. Is that right, Mark? $35,000 is like the max you can put in for the Roth, right? Lifetime. So, I mean, that's a nice like bailout option if the kid doesn't go to school. But I mean, at the very least, I would want you to have open the account and at least put $35,000 in there eventually. I don't have to do it all at once. Mark, are you feeling comfortable about Andy quitting in 10 years at age 44? He and his wife will have $100,000 a year of income plus $25,000 in pension. They will be in their bigger house, no mortgage, no debt. I mean, you guys, can you guys live on $125,000 a year?
Like right now we could, depends on what the 10 years, 10, 11 years looks like. But I believe we could. I mean, I could be pretty frugal when I need to be.
I know. I don't want you to be frugal. I want you to have a good time. Mark, what do you think? Do you think is this a reset that's possible?
Oh, for sure. They already have basically $1 million. They're still talking about another 10 years off. So that $1 million is going to be probably, close to 2.5. Yeah, doable.
And also, you're willing to work. You're not telling me, because I want to make sure when I say doable, I am presuming that, again, between the two of you, there's $100,000 a year that's coming in at age 44. If that's the case, doable. If you tell me I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do, Jill? I'm going to become a scratch golfer and a bourbon sommelier. I don't even know what that person would be, but like a bourbon expert in Kentucky. But like, you have to keep working. It won't work because 44 is a very long life ahead of you, right? In terms of like, you could have 4 or 5 decades that you need to finance. And as you said, you don't know what's going to happen exactly. If you're willing to work, then yes, I think the day job is like, it is totally up for grabs. The numbers work even better, obviously, the longer you stay. And if the Vera thing doesn't work, what would be your next best option? Would it be like, how much longer do you have to work in the government to keep getting those health benefits?
So yeah, basically when I hit 25 years, Vera will be on the table just as a possibility when they offer it, and then I just kind of have to wait for it. But if I end up waiting around for too long, I may get a little antsy and just either ask to maybe go part time or look for maybe downsize at my job, maybe less stressful, depending on what my life is like at that point, if I want to kind of let my foot off the brake. But I mean, as long as I stay in the government, I'd still be eligible for retirement. Yeah, just because it's based off the top 3 earning in years. So.
All right, I get you. Can we do a few little extra details with you? Do you guys have life insurance?
Yes. So I have life insurance through my employer.
Okay. And how much is that?
I don't know exactly. I know it's like it's at times my
certain times
salary.
Your salary. Is it?
Yes.
Can you buy do you have a potential to buy more? I have one issue with you because let's say, God forbid, you drop dead when you're 45 years old, okay, and you've not gotten your pension. Or you drop dead when you're 40 years old and you haven't on your pension. And then I need some money coming in for your wife.
Right. Yes.
So you might
I'll
need
look into that.
Yeah, you might need some life insurance. And listen, you're young, You're 33, almost 34. Are you in good health?
I hope so.
All right.
I try to keep the dad bod under control.
Okay. But I think you might need some life insurance just in case. I
yes,
really do.
I'll look into seeing if I can maximize that somehow.
Yeah. And maybe you can just go online and buy yourself like $1 million policy. And what about your wife? Does she have life insurance on her life?
No, I believe not. I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we need a little life insurance here. I do. Head over to Policy Genius or Haven Life and, check it out. You can each get $1 million 20-year term policies. It'll be fine. You'll be good. What about wills, estate documents, healthcare proxy? What you got?
Yeah, I definitely need to get those all in order.
Dude, I am going to hammer you. Come on.
I know,
This is my second call today with someone who doesn't have their estate documents. You sound like you got so much under control, so get this thing done. Get it done.
We'll do.
All right?
Do.
We wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for getting in touch with us. And if you are seeking some early retirement or maximizing pensions, or even funny, it's like you hear the word retirement. It's really not what we're talking about in this conversation. We're talking about, I want to do something different. You've heard me refer to this as instead of financial independence, new or next endeavor. If you've got a job that's a tough job, a day job, you want to try to find a pathway to do something different. First of all, you've got to buy the book, The Great Money Reset, because it will help you articulate to yourself the ideas that are percolating in your brain, and then also give you a framework for making those ideas and turning those ideas into something that's real, and give you yourself some options. So buy my book, The Great Money Reset. You can find it on our website, JillOnMoney.com, or wherever you buy books. Also on the website, subscribe to our new service, Jill on Money Live. Access to quarterly live webinars, lots more special content, all living there. And of course, if you have a financial question, just click the Contact Us button. We'll get your note. Mark Talercio is the co-host and executive producer of the Money Watch podcast. Karen Kranick is our web queen. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Lift someone up. Change your work. Change your wealth. Change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you next week.